Hey guys, this is Berserk Chip. Welcome to part 2 of the Gundam Battle Assault 2 Basic Guide for Master Gundam. If you haven't seen part 1, please do so. The link will be in the description so it'll be easier to find. In part 1, we went over the move list, some basic combos, and the functionality of Master Cloak. Now we're just going to talk about basic strategy and a little bit of detail into his normals. Master Gundam is a good character, not quite as good as Burning Gundam, although some of his moves are similar. He has Tank Yoke and some other similar normals. He has a fast jab and it rapids automatically, but you get pushed away after 4 hits, so it's not quite as useful as like the Hakuretsu, which is kind of what it's derivative of a little bit. Master Cloak, obviously a very good special. As I explained in part 1, you can't really cancel into it from a block or anything like that, but like basically you just use it, and then if your opponent attacks you, you can cancel into your super or any of your specials, and you can do a ton of, like, you just counter for a nice chunk of damage. It's not the be-all end-all strategy, but it's a nice thing to have in your pocket. His most dominant combo is probably light punch, down light kick, down heavy kick, and super. It's kind of a shame that like the only thing that you can really end combos with is a super. I don't think you can cancel into any of his specials, which is dumb. You should be able to do that. You should at the very least Darkness Finger, but I couldn't get any of them to work, so that's a shame. It just means you can't really rely too much on combos. You really have to just get in there and just do damage. Because you don't always want to waste your mega specials on combos. I mean, it does do a lot of damage, but the mega special has other uses, like canceling from I just talked about it. I have trouble playing as this character. I just feel like his normals are just obtuse and very strange as compared to some of the other characters in this game. He's got some really interesting normals, like back circle is like this trip move, and it's just like a very it's a little too slow to be particularly useful, but it's a nice little thing to mix people up with. He's got a very excellent foot dive, down circle in the air. A lot of his normals in the air are okay, but they're a little too slow. Be careful when using some of his ground normals, like his ducking heavy kick is pretty powerful and very far-reaching and can cancel into his mega, but it's got a kind of a weird hitbox, so you can dodge things occasionally with it, but it's very, very slow, and it's not safe on block. There's a move that he has in the air, the circle, just like neutral circle, and just pressing over and over again. It kind of rapids, does 4 hits. Don't do that. As I've discovered, it's very, very easily punishable, either by blocking or just by attacking, because it doesn't have a lot of priority. His kicks as well, his command foot dive kick and his forward kick. Forward kick doesn't go quite as far as it really ought to, and the command dive really doesn't have a lot of priority. People can just attack right through it, which is really frustrating. It's a good thing to add a little extra damage on OTG, but just be careful of the hitbox of people when they're on the ground, because lots of times I tried it and it would just miss. The feet have to hit the torso. And if you don't want to bother, you can just do a foot dive for easy damage if you want to. Master, the basic strategy for him is to kind of just mix it up, similar to that of the Tallgeese. He's capable of more damage than Tallgeese, and his normals are a bit trickier, so you can trip your opponent up. And of course he's got the Master Cloak, which is a nice little gimmick. But ultimately he's more of like a mid-tier character. He's not as good as like Rose or Burning or some of the other characters at the top. And that's basically all I have to say about Master. So next one, I'm not sure which I'm going to do for the next one. It's either going to be Maxter or Rose. I may flip a coin because I don't know which one I want to do first. So, till next time.